All right, everyone, starting off my trade grades, I'm going to be grading the Deshaun Watson trade to the Browns. I thought the Browns got an A- in this, and I think the Texans get an A-. I thought it was a pretty fair trade in terms of what both teams got and what circumstances are really accumulated really in this trade overall. So look, the Browns get an A-, the Texans get an A-. Just starting with the Browns, from a football side, this was an incredible trade for them. But for me, it doesn't move into like the A+ or A tier, mainly because, hey, you still got the legal issues that are in your mirror. Still got to get that all resolved. Media is going to talk about that a lot. And then you paid them a fully guaranteed contract. It probably wasn't needed. From a football standpoint, if they got this trade done from simply just a football standpoint, it'd be an A+. Look, this trade brings the Browns' talented roster really full circle, because if you look at the whole thing with Baker Mayfield, they had a talented roster, but the question was always, can your quarterback get the job done? And Baker was never able to get it done. And Andrew Berry, Jimmy Haslam, and Kevin Stefanski saw that. Sat back and was like, hey, Baker Mayfield ain't the guy that can get us over the hump. He's not the guy that's talented enough to get us to the Super Bowl. The Browns were the definition this offseason of a team that is a quarterback away from being really, really good. This was the team that, with Baker Mayfield, went to the divisional round but couldn't win it because Baker Mayfield couldn't even get into field goal range on that last drive in the divisional round. And that's something I refer back to a lot, but they didn't have a quarterback that in that key moment could get them over the hump, and Baker Mayfield could not do that. But then you go get a guy like Deshaun Watson, who is an 100% upgrade in every single way on the football field from Baker Mayfield. And not only did the Browns bring in a QB who is clutch, consistent, and complimentary, but they also got a guy who can open up their playbook with all the weapons that the Browns have right now that Baker Mayfield really couldn't unlock all of their full potential in terms of this Browns offense and even their defense. The defense was doing their job last year. The offense wasn't, mainly because of Baker Mayfield. But this trade, also, I just really want to point this out. This trade is really, really huge for Kevin Stefanski, because throughout all of his play calling career, he's had to call plays for Kirk Cousins and he's had to call plays for Baker Mayfield. Two guys who have massive limitations, and two guys who make your offense have to reserve to being a run-first offense. Now he doesn't have to do that, because with Deshaun's mobility, his accuracy, his play extending ability, and all the other things that Deshaun Watson can greatly do, Kevin Stefanski, for now the first time in his play calling career, can just let it rip in terms of play calling. And he can finally unlock his full potential and be the creative and transcendent play caller that he is shown to be. And now he has a chance to maximize his talents because of Deshaun Watson, because he is in Cleveland, and because of the talent that Deshaun Watson is. He doesn't have to keep a QB out of trouble anymore. He can sit back, get more diverse in terms of play calling, and let Deshaun Watson go to work and make plays no matter what the situation is. With Baker and Kirk, Kevin Stefanski had to try and simplify the game for them and make the situation as perfect as it could possibly be for those quarterbacks, in ways of maybe play action, making sure the offensive line is all right, making play calls in terms of misdirection to make sure they could throw the defense off, and then Baker and Kirk Cousins could work in absolutely situations that wouldn't bother them at all. You don't have to do that with Deshaun, because Deshaun can literally take a broken play and turn it into something big. Baker had to have everything perfect to play well. Deshaun does not. And Deshaun is going to make that play regardless of what the situation is. I don't care if you don't have a good offensive line. I don't care if you didn't call a play action to set up the defense and catch them off guard or call some misdirection. Deshaun Watson could just simply and rawly just make a play. And that's what the Browns got here. And that's what I really love about this. They expanded their playbook in terms of what Kevin Stefanski can call his plays on, but they got a clutch quarterback, a consistent quarterback, and a complimentary quarterback. And those are all things that Baker Mayfield just was not. And that is why they made this trade, because they knew Baker Mayfield couldn't get them over the hump. And Deshaun, who in my opinion is a top 5 quarterback when healthy, he is a guy that can get the Browns over the hump. And that's why I really like this trade for them. Now, they got an A-, obviously because of the legal stuff and the contract. But if it just were from a football standpoint, I'd give them an A+. Now, the Texans got an A- for me. 3 first-round picks, a 3rd-round pick in 2023, a 2022 4th-round pick, and a 2024 4th-round pick. I thought in terms of the compensation and picks they got, really, really good, because this is a team that's going into a rebuild, and for the next 3 seasons, you'll have 2 first-round picks in 3 consecutive drafts. That's really good for a team that is rebuilding right now and is trying to get back up and build up young talent in this rebuild. And look, I thought that was really good for them in terms of the compensation they got for a guy like Deshaun Watson, but also with a player that is Deshaun Watson's caliber, I thought they could have included a player in terms of what they got. Maybe getting a guy like Kareem Hunt or Denzel Ward, or maybe even Greg Newsome or someone on the Browns offensive line. I thought they could have got at least one player, and I thought they didn't really hit their full potential in what they got from the Browns in this trade. So that's why they get an A- for me. But in terms of the compensation that they got, really, really good. And for me, they're an A- and the Browns are an A-, everyone. Go check out the rest of my channel for my other trade grades. Tell me what you think of this one down in the comment section below. Other than that, this has been Malik Hicks, aka The Ranker, the Ultimate Sports TV, signing off. Peace out, and I'll see you on the other side.